From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. When you have nothing to say, why do you always say it to us?
DM Deep Dive time! We do this on the show every single day. The DMs that you send in to any of the Kiss social accounts make their way over to Maria.
Maria! What do we got in the DMs today?
Okay. I tried to go on that, my voice.
You didn't have to do it back. Like, it's fine.
Sorry. I was really trying to go with that one. All right. Well, Taylor said...
You want to sing all the DMs then?
Yeah.
No. So, Taylor said, Maria, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. I love the female energy you bring on the show. A question I have for all of you is, if you could stay one age forever, what age would it be and why?
Does everything else in my life... Like, if I say 35, right? Mm-hmm. Do I stay 35 at 35 so everybody else in my life also de-ages? Or am I, like, suddenly now in my life now with a 35-year-old's body? Like, when you say age, like physically or time?
Both.
Both. My age right now.
Yeah? Why?
Because if I had to go back, and not see Roxy get to be 13 and not have the success we have on this show. See you later, Maria. Wouldn't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, but what about your back pain and that mole?
I'm fine. No, I'm good. I'm going to say the age I am right now. Right now, it's the perfect age for me.
I could agree.
Yeah.
I could agree. I would think myself too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
myself
Mocha?
right now.
Yeah, I'm not changing. I'm going to stay the same young age that I am now.
You are. Well, okay, no. You know what? I might say, can I go 6 months ago?
Sure.
Right?
Why 6 months ago?
I was a little less bloated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Summertime bloat.
Summertime
right?
bloat.
A little extra Kansas cider.
That's it, right? I'm gonna go 6 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next DM, please, Maria.
All right. Yervant says, hi, Mocha. How many hats do you have in total?
Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you counted?
I think 36, maybe?
36.
Wow.
Yeah, 36 or 37, something like that.
Where do you keep them all?
I have, my wife found these bins. They're really nice. They got handles on them and everything. They're made out of cloth.
Yeah.
And I just stack them in there.
You don't display them, though.
No. They're in the closet.
Yeah, okay.
On a shelf.
And
How do you organize them?
Yeah, thank you.
I organize them by color.
Okay.
And also by, like, if it's sports, like by team. So I have like all my Raptors hats together.
Gotcha.
Or like special one-offs I will have all together. The wrestling ones are together.
Right. And how many pairs of running shoes do you own?
I actually downgraded.
You did?
Because I donated a whole bunch.
You did?
Yeah. So I'm
Why
down.
didn't we know about this?
I'm down to, I think, 12 now.
12. And how many do you wear? We had to do we were in here one day and we had to do something for TikTok. The social team was in here doing something for TikTok.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they needed Mocha and I to do one of these things of where you just like, you pretend like you're falling kind of thing, like you just land and you don't have to actually jump. You just go up on your tippy toes and then you just land on your heels. Like it's no big deal. Getting Mocha to do this was so intense because going up on his tippy toes would crease his shoes. So
that
Mocha's
particular day, I was wearing, and I had these Jordan 3s, these special edition, Mocha edition Jordan 3s.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
And I had, prior to that day wearing them to work, I had only worn them in, I believe, 2 of our TV commercials.
Right.
And I wore them at like 2 other like special events.
Right.
Right. And then that particular day, I had worn them the night before because I was like hosting this big special event and it just went with the outfit. And then I just decided to wear them into work that day, not thinking y'all were going to make me like jump up and down and crease.
The awkwardness
the kicks
of watching a man trying to get up on his tippy toes without bending his foot at the age Mocha was such a blessing. So thank you for that, by the way.
Bro, those are special edition Jordan 3s. They don't make those ones anymore, okay?
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
You know, I went home that day and I scrubbed the hell out
I
of
can
those.
only imagine you
Because
did.
the heel, it got a little bit.
no.
Who home and washes their shoes?
I do.
I've done it.
Have you?
See,
I've
thank
done
you.
it.
God.
I have shoes that I'm a big shoe person, and there's a collection of them in my basement that I don't even wear. They just sit down there.
Wow.
Because I'm afraid to wear them.
Those are like my Adidas Ric Flairs.
Wow. All right, ladies, next question.
All right, Miranda says, welcome to the show. Here's my deep dive question. Is that Shem on the Presto ad asking if he can tap his pet rock Kyle? And how is Kyle doing, Shem? Thanks again.
Yeah, is that you?
Hold on.
Oh, you have it.
I have
Oh,
the
you have it.
commercial.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Because Shem now voices a bunch of commercials that we play on the Roz and Mocha show. And every now and then one pops up. And Shem doesn't tell us about them. And we just find out. Actually, we find out because of people who listen to the show.
Now that Presto has added tap with debit and credit to their list of ways to pay for transit, you may be wondering, what else can you tap?
Does it tap?
Can I tap my pet rock?
No, stones are not Presto compatible.
He's a rock, and his name is Kevin.
Sorry, Kevin. Introducing paying for transit with debit and credit.
Yeah, that's you, right, Shem?
That's you, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. God. Can I tap my pet rock?
No.
I'll give you something to tap.
I was waiting for somebody to say it.
Can I tap my pet rock?
No.
I was watching something the other day. I'm trying to remember. It was like some crazy headline that I clicked on about maybe it was like some couple who were in some like weird relationship. It was a very sexual article. And then when there was a video at the top where it was like a reporter talking to them. And as soon as the video finished, I had a real creepy feeling because I was like, well, that story just made me, I felt gross afterwards. And then it was one of Shem's casino commercials that came on. So the first voice I heard right afterwards was Shem's voice.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yo, keep your DMs coming in to any of the Kiss social accounts. They make their way over to Maria, who brings them to the show. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive.
Time once again for the DM Deep Dive. We do this on the show every day.
Maria, what do we got in the DMs today? What do people want to know?
All right. Well, Samantha wants to know, I'm currently moving into my place downtown with the assistance of my dad, and it made me laugh listening to you and your dad build your sister's bed. Have you tried to help your dad in any other way? / how did it go? And Roz, have you had Roxy help you? Has it gone well? Well, to answer, yes, I tried to help my dad paint once, and it ended horribly.
Oh, why did it end horribly?
So
Wait, what were you trying to paint? Was it a room?
it was my condo. I was trying to
okay.
paint the washroom.
Okay. And what happened?
He asked me to trim the ceiling,
Yeah.
but I thought you trim the entire room the same color.
Okay.
So I started trimming the ceiling blue. And then
on the ceiling.
Yeah. But he only meant to go like down, but I went up and down on the corner of the entire.
You painted everything blue.
Yeah. And then he came in and he was like, why is the ceiling blue? And I'm like, well, you asked me to trim the ceiling. And he goes, white, not blue.
Yeah.
And then he's like, get out. And then I got into the washroom. And then he's like, go do something over there. And then I was trying to help my mom, and then I ended up sitting in the paint by accident, and then I sat on the floor, and then there was just, it was...
Oh, no. So you got paint on the floor of the brand new condo?
I got it off, but then he just told me to go get coffee and leave the building.
You're like having a puppy.
I am.
Oh, no.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Like, do your parents have a squirt bottle where they shoot you with water when you're about to do something stupid?
Yeah, I have all kinds of stories what my parents had to do when I was younger.
Oh, no. So wait, so then your dad, you had to like reprime the ceiling? And
Yeah.
Then
God.
Yeah.
So one day's worth of work turned into a couple of days worth
It
of
ended
work.
up the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And the whole... Every time he was in there.
Yeah. Catherine and I do not work well together. Roxy and I work very well together.
Why do you and Catherine not work well together?
We don't communicate well when we're on the same project. Okay. Catherine and I have incredible communication in life about feelings, about the relationship, about the world, about her kid, about everything, about her work, about my career, all of this stuff. As soon as we sit down to work together, it is complete breakdown and ends in, why aren't you listening to me? That's not what it ends in that instantly. Like within 30 seconds, we're at each other.
Something as simple as like what Maria and her dad were doing, painting the bathroom?
We wouldn't. I would paint a little and then she would come in and do do some, but doing
But
it
you would
together.
have to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't. We don't work well together. We everything else well together. Know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Hey.
My
Hey.
man.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. But Rox and I work very well together. Yeah, we really do.
Okay. Next DM, please, Maria.
All right, Victoria says, Maria, my boyfriend and I are big time listeners and are so happy you're on the show. My question for you and the guys is, when is the right time to propose? My boyfriend and I have talked about it and we know we're ready. However, he's nervous because he says he can't financially have $10K to spend on a ring right now, which I don't expect or care for. Can you give us your advice or any thoughts on this?
17 years. Wait 17 years. It's the perfect amount of time.
Louis, if you're listening, do not listen.
I think we all have different. Okay, so for me, we've all heard my proposal story and the book and everything else. Mocha, how long were you and Jenna together before you proposed?
2 years.
2 years. And living together? Because you guys moved in together very quickly.
Oh, we moved in a month after we started dating.
And
That's awesome.
did you take anything into consideration, finances or anything like this? Did you get a ring? Did she know it was coming? Did she pick the ring?
We had talked about marriage before, and I think she knew that at some point. But my broke ass couldn't afford to buy a ring or even help plan a wedding at the time. So I wanted to wait until I was a little bit more financially stable and save some money and got the ring. And then we ended up, getting married, doing the wedding like a year and a bit later.
Somebody asked me this question the other day, and I had no answer, which is we all know Damn It Maury, the story with Maury and Matthew, which was they got engaged on stage with Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
And Maury always tells the story of the stipulation was what? How did Matthew say it, Maury?
Matthew said that the only way I'll be able to marry him is if I introduce him to Mariah Carey.
Right. So that was Matthew's stipulation.
So I did.
So the question was to me, if that night never happened, like if Maury was not able to set up that meeting on stage with Mariah Carey, do you think A, they would be married today, or do you think B, they wouldn't even be together today?
I think eventually they would have.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Matthew would have gotten over the fact that he never got a chance to meet Mariah Carey and will probably never happen in their lifetime.
Do you think you would be married today, Maury? You could still be together. I'm saying, do you think you would be married?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so either.
Wow.
I really don't think so either.
No.
Yep, no.
Like, as in, you're still together, or you just completely
still
separate?
together. Still together.
Not married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Matthew's still waiting for that Mariah meetup.
Anyway, so 17 years is the answer to the question. Make sure you tell that to Louis. I'm going to text Louis. Give me his number, Maria.
No.
Give me his number. I need to be friends with him, I think.
No.
I got a lot of advice. I got a lot of
no.
I got a lot of advice on how to get through those years, right? Don't worry about it. 17. There he is right there.
Louis just emailed like, bro, here's my number.
Give me that advice.
One more DM, please, Maria.
All right, Wanderson says, hi, Maria, welcome to the show. I just wanted to share with you that my wife, my 9-month-old, and I all went to our first baseball game after you guys talked about the Jays game on the show. Thank you for sharing all of your moments and taking us on your experiences every day. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you right back, Wanderson.
Is that the name?
Wanderson, yeah.
Big up to you. Go Jays, go. We are the Roz and Mocha Show. Keep those DMs coming in every single day because whenever you do send them in to us, they go to Maria, and Maria brings them to the show. Thanks, Maria.
No problem.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Our DM is where all the weird lives.
Time for the DM Deep Dive. We do this on the show every single day. Any of the DMs you send in to any of the KISS social accounts make their way over to Maria, who has been on the show now for about 2 months.
Maria, what do we got in the DMs today?
All right, well, Andy says, if each of you were to get arrested, what do you think it would be for?
Oh, damn.
We've talked about this a few times. Yeah. Oh, for me, it's fighting, for sure.
I would say for you, Mocha, road rage.
Yeah, road rage fighting.
Yeah.
You remember that story you told the other day about, it was last week, you said...
Gave her the finger.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because the person behind you, when you guys were at the red light, she was laying on the horn and she had both hands up.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you, when you were telling that story, my blood was boiling because in that moment, all I could think of is if I were in your truck, I would have got out of my car and yelled at her.
Yes.
I would have been going off. I'm talking everything.
Yeah.
The honking at.
Oh!
Right?
Oh!
And I would go as far.
Excuse me.
My goodness.
Shem, how do you talk to the Lord? I need to know right now.
I would be
Just start praying.
I would be so aggressive, guys.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah.
I would probably go up to the car and middle finger
you both?
on
Yeah.
her driver's side window.
I'm way too much of a suck for that. There's no way. There's no way I'm getting out of my car.
That's why
There's
you.
no
that's why
way.
you took the detour of
The
driving.
alternate route.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He was scared.
I know. And my big answer to the question, if you got arrested, what would it be for? I was going to say copyright infringement.
Oh my God, Maria! If you were to get arrested, what would it be for?
Oh, definitely like fighting or any sort of anger. I have like a.
No, you don't.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
You have anger issues?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, we're going to test that soon.
Yeah,
Don't even worry about
I
it.
have a very short fuse.
Yeah.
If you're like, yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, in what situation? Just any situation?
Honestly,
or
majority
something-
situation.
In any situation. Any situation.
Yeah, like if
Like, it
you
could be
really
road
get me
rage?
going, like I'll I just have a tendency to go from one extreme to the other. I'll just snap.
Shem, quickly, what would you get arrested for?
Man, I don't really know.
No.
Like not going to church on Sunday? Is that a crime?
Like embezzling the church's money?
Well, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Jeez,
Damn it, Maury.
Insider
Fraud.
trading?
No, theft. Theft. First of all, Maury, you don't know how to trade. You don't know what
you don't
you're
know
doing.
about that.
Maury, I can tell you right now, go do some insider trading. You would not be able to do it.
I would assume it means going inside and trading something.
No, excuse me. No, theft would be Maury's.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
theft.
You'd be the guy caught outside Walmart stealing a chapstick.
Thank
or
you.
something.
Maury's the guy in a TikTok video. Yeah.
Next DM, please, Maria.
All right, Sultana says, I have to ask, Harleys or vintage cars?
Oh, you've come to the right place.
I mean, aesthetically, vintage cars for sure.
Same.
But I mean, I love motorcycles. I really love motorcycles. But vintage cars for sure. Just like there was an aesthetic that they made sure was there. And every car, even cheap cars, were cool looking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go vintage cars. For sure, vintage cars.
Maria?
Yeah, I agree. I love vintage cars. I've always wanted to get like my M license and have a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be cool to have like an old school Harley, but for me, vintage cars, like I love them. They're stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Did your boyfriend ride motorcycles?
No.
Oh. Would he ever?
I think so. Yeah.
Yo, you guys should do that course where they teach you in the mall, in the parking lot.
I've suggested that, but then he's like, I'm going to be too nervous because you will be on the bike beside me. And he's like, I will not be able to focus on me learning it because he thinks I'm going to fall off the bike.
I
and
get that.
Just tip over or something. And then
I get that. No, driving a motorcycle is incredible. I loved having a motorcycle. Loved it. No more, though. I was thinking about getting another one.
Oh, and?
I don't know. Because I got rid of it when we had the kid, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm just like, it felt irresponsible to me to drive a motorcycle
But
as a new dad.
what if you ride responsibly?
No, it doesn't, because I could be all the responsible.
Oh, it's
everybody else.
It's true.
Right? Because if you get into an accident on a motorcycle, you're the one that dies.
Yeah.
You rarely kill anybody else. And so for me, it just felt a little irresponsible to have a motorcycle with a brand new baby. So I just sold it. It's not even like I left it in the garage or anything.
Yeah.
Sold it out of my life.
Time for one more DM, please, Maria.
All right. G says, I love you, Roz, but have you ever considered getting a new style and transitioning out of the homeless look?
Wow. First of all, who's clapping right now?
God.
Who's clapping right now?
I thought everyone was supposed to clap.
It's clapping.
What a jackass.
That's the quickest Moy's ever clapped for anything.
Yes, I have. But can I just say, because I think I need to remind people, okay, that I worked for a very regimented, strict television show for 17 years, which was Entertainment Tonight Canada. So for 17 years of my life, I couldn't have my hair sort of the way I wanted it. Right. I couldn't grow a long beard.
Mm-hmm.
I could have a little beard near the end. The way that I dressed was always clothes that were picked out for me that barely fit because they had to look good on TV. So I'm now a year and a half out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I look like somebody who's gained some freedom. It's like when you go to prison, right? You go to prison, you wind up looking like me, right? But when you do a show like ET Canada, that prison, you wind up looking gorgeous, right? So it's like, it's reversed.
Sexy
right?
prison.
Yes, it's sexy prison. Right? I was basically in sexy prison for 17 years. Right. Now I'm out and I look like a hobo. Right? Because I also don't have a stylist every day going, here, this looks great on you. And I go, okay. And I put it on and it looks dynamite, right? So yes, I think about transitioning away from this look at some point. But to be honest with you, I'm just very comfortable with it currently.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for all of your DMs. Keep them coming in. We talk about them every day. That was awesome. Thank you, Maria.
Sexy
Anytime.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. I regret this already.
DM Deep Dive time. This is the part of the show where we go through the DMs that you send in to us. They eventually make their way to Maria, who brings them to the show.
Hey, Maria, what do we got on the DMs today?
Okay, Brian says, if you had the chance, would everyone move back to their hometown or the first city they've ever lived in? Or would you ever move away from where you live now to try something completely new?
I would not move back to the little town that I grew up in.
Acton, Ontario?
Yeah, no, but I do love small town living. Like I only ever wanted to move to cities, and then once I've been here for over half my life, now I get drawn to country and space and peace and quiet and everything else. Would I ever leave this current city to go somewhere else? Not anywhere else in Canada, but I would move to Europe.
Oh, nice.
Permanently.
Wow. Anywhere in particular?
No, I mean, I'd move to Italy. I'd move to Portugal. I'd move to the south of Spain. I don't know if I'd move to. I'm not so much interested in like England, Ireland, all that stuff. But yeah, I'd move to Italy, Portugal, Spain. One of those.
What about you, Maria?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I feel like I've lived in the same area. I've moved, but I lived in the GTA like my entire life. Yeah. So I don't think it'd be a difference if I stayed or left, but I've always wanted to try something completely new. So like living in Europe or going to like a different country and just trying that out. Definitely wouldn't go back to Greece though. But that's not something new. But maybe like Italy, Portugal. Yeah.
Grew up like my entire life GTA.
Yeah. So it's not even a thing for you,
But
right?
I will say last year, when our family traveled to PEI.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Beautiful.
It was amazing. My wife instantly fell in love with it. And she was like, I would love to move there sometime.
Yep.
So I could see at some point in our lives us picking up from here and relocating to PEI.
Yeah. I've heard that. I know tons of people that have actually done that, where they've gone out once to PEI. The second time they went back was to buy a place.
Yeah. So the place that we stayed at, the guy who owns it, that's exactly what happened. He was from here, traveled there, spent like 2 weeks, fell in love, came back here, sold all of his stuff, went back, bought a place, and he's been there for I don't know how many years now.
Yeah, people love it.
And then we met another, the place that we stayed at next door, the woman who lives there is from somewhere else in the country, somewhere else in Canada, and she traveled to PEI, and she said she fell in love with it. And her work she can do remotely, and packed up. She still has the same job.
Yeah.
Packed up everything from wherever it was she was, like West Coast or something, and moved to PEI and does all of her stuff from there.
It's just not hot enough for me.
Yeah.
Even in the summer. It's just East Coast, it's just not hot enough for me.
You get that cool breeze off the water.
Yeah.
That's why people go to Florida.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The people are so
I know.
nice.
You don't have to sell me
no
on PEI.
traffic. Oh, the
Love
seafood.
PEI. Yeah.
I need to visit there. I've never been.
Oh my God.
gorgeous.
It's so
Gorgeous.
good. It's
Yeah.
so good. Next DM, please, Maria.
Adam says, I was listening to the podcast and I must say, Roz complaining about a wing place bringing his 2 pound of wings on a separate plate is like my grandfather complaining about how they don't cut his bagel anymore at Tim Hortons.
They don't cut bagels at Tim Hortons anymore?
Yes, they do if you ask.
You have to ask for them to cut your bagel? Can I tell you the biggest pisser, okay,
Here we go.
with ordering a bagel,
Yeah.
right? They assume you want to eat the bagel as a sandwich.
Why are you getting louder?
Shut up. Okay, they assume you want to eat the bagel as a sandwich. So what they do, these people, okay, is they put cream cheese on only one half and then make a sandwich out of it, right? I like to eat a bagel open-faced. Right?
Sure.
So, cream cheese on both sides. You can still put it together if you want to stick it in the bag. But when I take it apart, it can't be lumps of cream cheese just on one side and then raw dog bagel on the other side. Right? Like, who thinks like that?
Dry ass bagel.
Right? Who
Half a
thinks
bagel.
like that? No. I'm what did they say? Was there a question? There was no question, right?
There was no question.
Oh, okay.
They just said you reminded them of their grandfather.
Oh,
period.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, sorry. I mean, that dude sounds old.
So heated right now. Get this man a bagel. Thank you for all of your DMs. Oh my God, we talk about them on the show every single day. That was wonderful, Maria. Keep those DMs coming in. Any of the KISS social accounts that you send them to, they make their way over to Maria.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive.
Time for the DM Deep Dive. We're smiling here today because it's Friday. We're all feeling good and looking forward to seeing what y'all are saying in the DMs.
Maria. What do we got in the DMs today?
All right, happy Friday. Sanjay says, what's the worst drink someone can order at a bar?
Something that's not on the menu.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I've done that.
Like some sort of.
Oh, what have you ordered that wasn't on the menu, Maria?
A lychee martini.
No, don't.
And what'd they say?
They just said, we don't have the lychee. I said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I got something else.
No.
Wait, but did you think that they made it? And
Because sometimes they have like certain things and they just don't have it on the menu, but you can ask for it. So I just always ask if they have the lychee.
Bars, like when you go, because
But like, that's more like a restaurant-ish bar. Like
Okay.
not
Right.
to like a, a club.
I gotcha. But if you're at a bar, right, that's crowded, and it's been a long time, I don't know if people, like, whatever. I always felt that bars should have adopted this sort of Starbucks model of drink ordering, right? So if you walk up to the bartender and I say, beer, wine, or shot, that's the bartender's job, right?
Okay.
But if somebody walks up to the bartender and they go, can I get 2 martinis, this mixed drink, this, and that takes up too much of the bartender's time. And they got 4 people behind them just want a beer, right? So that order should go down the line to the person who makes fancy cocktails.
Gotcha.
Right?
The barista.
Yes.
The bar barista.
Thank you. Yes. The barbarista. I would like to be a barbarista. You ever been a bartender? I was never a bartender. I think I'd be good at it though.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, I'm
It's
too. I'm too loose with the liquor.
You are.
Oh yeah, I'd overpour everybody.
You would.
Yeah, of course. I'd be everyone's favorite bartender.
Yeah, you would be.
Right, but then I get blamed because you ever when they measure the bottles, they have a way of figuring out like how much has been poured from a bottle and stuff like that. Right.
Some places.
Well, what I've seen on like Bar Rescue. You ever watch that show?
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's
Great
so
show.
Didn't they do it like? Didn't
John Taffer?
Didn't they do a
So he
strip
did.
club one time on that show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did.
right?
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
I think they did a couple, right? They did one
Probably.
in Florida. I think they did one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because they had, I think the Atlanta one, Atlanta's so ratchet.
Yeah.
They think they had some of the girls who danced, I believe, were also like waitresses.
Oh, would they handle the food? Yeah. No, that's not right.
No.
That's not right. I went one of the places years ago in Toronto had a grand opening, a second grand opening, right? It's the re-grand opening. And one of the things that they were advertising was a menu, right? You were like, oh my God, you can get food. And so me and a buddy went, right? It's nice, new carpet, new pole, everything, right? Like everything looked good, right? Everything looked good.
Where'd you sit? You get like VIP
Right?
seats?
No, 1 row back. Like, yeah, we're just sitting at a table, right?
Okay, second
And
row.
the guy comes by. They made all these, like, they made the poor wait staff because it was just all old dudes, right? And they made them like dress up, like they had like tuxedo shirts on and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And they none of it was all ill fitting and like the bow ties like weren't like straight. And like it was really it was really sad, right? Like, it was really sad. They just really tried to class the joint up, very much tried to class the joint up. Yeah. But we knew where we were. And then so the guy comes by and he gives us a menu, and we were like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll have
like a fancy menu? Was it just a piece of paper? Or was it like laminated,
it was laminated
and everything?
else, right? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? We're here. We're enjoying the night. The view's okay. Let's get a burger, fries.
Okay.
Right? And my buddy's like, I'm going to have the souvlaki and fries, right?
Yeah. Maria's mortified.
Yeah.
You cannot serve souvlaki.
Yeah, right? So we're like, okay, cool. And then we're sitting there and a guy comes in. It's wintertime, right? A guy comes in a parka.
Okay.
With like a scarf and a toque covered in snow. And he has a white plastic bag tied on the top. And he walks over and he puts it on the table and asks us for money. And we're like, what in the hell is this? And he's like, it's your dinner. I'm like, where's this from? And he goes, the souvlaki place around the corner.
Amazing.
So the strip joint's menu was copying the souvlaki place's menu, and when you ordered food, they picked up the phone. And the guy delivered it.
That's the original Skip the Dishes. Yeah. Next DM, please, Maria.
Speaking of food, Leah says, I know the guys were giving you a hard time about your favorite pizza with onions and potatoes. So what are their favorite pizzas? Toppings, crust? I want all the details.
Oh, like any meat lovers. That's me.
Do you like ground beef on a pizza, though?
Yeah.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Have you ever had a Big Mac pizza, though, with ground beef on it?
No.
With Big Mac sauce?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I haven't. That sounds good.
Places make that?
I don't know if places make it, but Louis makes it.
Really?
Louis makes a mean pizza. So
Really? What does he put on it?
He's done like all kinds, but on the Big Mac pizza, he does everything that's on a Big Mac. Just on dough.
Well, just not
Like
lettuce,
pickles
though, right?
too, though?
Yeah.
But not lettuce.
You can put lettuce. We've done it with and without lettuce before.
I'd prefer without lettuce.
I like it without the lettuce, but you don't like put the pickles in the oven. That goes on after.
Okay.
So they're like cold and crunchy.
Does he use like processed cheese or does he use like a different cheese?
No, like just regular cheese.
Like
cheddar?
Like
Or
Big
Like
Mac
not the
cheese?
slices of cheese. No, like he'll like
that's
grade
not a true
cheese.
It's not
Big
a true
Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac
You need
pizza then.
American
No,
cheese.
but I don't like sliced cheese.
Oh, well, like listen, then so stop ruining his fun. like, you know what I mean? He's going through all this trouble.
The best part is anytime he goes to get like, you know, the bag cheese that's already like pre like shredded for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
He
Well,
like I will not
mozzarella?
let him buy it.
Why?
Because he's like, it's easier. I'm like, but it doesn't taste fresh. So then we're always in the grocery store arguing about the cheese we're gonna
And then
buy.
who has to shred the cheese? When you
I'll
say
shred it.
You or him?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll shred it. But then he tells me to get it out of the kitchen because I'm in his way. So.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, chef. Thank you for all of your DMs. Oh my God, this is amazing. These are the conversations that happen because of the DMs that you send in to us. My face hurts from laughing so much. Any of the DMs that you do send to any of the KISS social accounts make their way over to Maria, who then brings them to the show. Thank you, Maria.
Anytime.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.